People keep asking me how I stick to routines without looking like I'm forcing myself. And honestly, I get it, because for years, I was that guy who'd start a new routine every Monday with crazy motivation, only to completely abandon it by Wednesday of the following week. And here's what changed everything for me. I discovered that the reason your routines fall apart after 2 weeks has nothing to do with willpower or motivation. It's actually about something way simpler that almost nobody talks about. So your brain has this thing called the novelty bias. For the first 10 to 14 days of any new routine, your brain releases extra dopamine because everything feels new and exciting. That's why you feel so motivated at the start. But then something happens around day 15. Your brain says, okay, this isn't new anymore, and stops giving you that dopamine hit. Suddenly, what felt effortless now feels like you're pushing a boulder uphill. Most people think this means they're weak or lazy, but that's not true at all. The real issue is that you're fighting against 2.5 million years of human evolution. Your brain is literally designed to resist new patterns after the novelty wears off. But here's where it gets interesting. I found that elite athletes and high performers don't actually have better willpower than you. They just understand something called the compound consistency principle. Instead of trying to force themselves through the resistance, they build what I call micro bridges. These are tiny adjustments that trick your brain into thinking the routine is still new and exciting. For example, if your morning routine is getting boring, you don't change the whole thing. You just change one small element. Maybe you switch from coffee to tea for a week, or you do your workout in a different room. Your brain goes, oh, this is different, and starts releasing dopamine again. But that's just the surface level. The real game changer is understanding the 3 phases of habit formation that almost nobody talks about. Phase 1 is what I call the honeymoon phase. Days 1 through 14, this is when everything feels easy because your brain is pumping you full of feel-good chemicals. Phase 2 is the resistance phase. Days 15 through 45, this is where 92% of people quit because suddenly everything feels hard and pointless. But here's the secret that changed my life. Phase 2 isn't actually hard because the routine is difficult. It's hard because your brain is testing you. It's literally trying to see if this new behavior is important enough to keep. Think of it like your brain is a bouncer at an exclusive club. For the first 2 weeks, everyone gets in free, but after that, you need to prove you belong there. Most people fail this test because they don't know it's happening. They think something's wrong with them when the routine suddenly feels harder. But once you understand that this resistance is actually normal and temporary, everything changes. Because phase 3, which starts around day 45, is what I call the automation phase. This is where the routine becomes so natural that not doing it actually feels weird. I remember the exact moment I realized this was working for me. It was day 47 of my new morning routine, and I woke up naturally at 6:30 a.m. without my alarm. My body just knew it was time. That's when I understood that I wasn't forcing myself anymore. The routine had become part of who I was. But here's the thing most productivity gurus won't tell you. You can't just white knuckle your way through phase 2. You need specific strategies for each phase. In phase 1, your job is to make the routine so easy that you can't fail. I'm talking about doing 1 push-up instead of 50, reading 1 page instead of a whole chapter. The goal isn't to get results, the goal is to prove to your brain that you can be consistent. In phase 2, when the resistance hits, you need what I call minimum viable actions. These are the smallest possible versions of your routine that you can do even on your worst days. So if your normal workout is 45 minutes, your minimum viable action might be just putting on your workout clothes. That's it. The key is maintaining the pattern even when you don't feel like doing the whole routine. And in phase 3, you start optimizing and expanding because the foundation is already solid. But there's one more thing that most people mess up, and it's huge. They try to build multiple routines at the same time. Your brain can only handle one new pattern at a time. When you try to start a morning routine, an exercise routine, and a reading routine all at once, you're basically guaranteeing failure. Instead, you need to focus on what I call your keystone habit. This is the one routine that naturally makes other good habits easier. For most people, it's their morning routine because it sets the tone for the entire day. Once that's locked in for 90 days, then you can add the next one. I learned this the hard way. I spent 3 years trying to change everything at once and failing every single time. But once I focused on just my morning routine first, everything else started falling into place naturally. Now here's something that might surprise you. The most successful people I know don't actually have more willpower than you. They just have better systems. They've designed their environment to make good choices automatic and bad choices harder. For example, if you want to work out in the morning, you lay your workout clothes the night before. You put your alarm across the room so you have to get up to turn it off. And you have a bottle of water ready to go. You're basically removing all the tiny decisions that could derail you when your willpower is low. This is called decision architecture, and it is way more powerful than motivation. Because motivation is like the weather. Some days it's sunny, some days it's stormy, but systems work regardless of how you feel. The person who seems naturally disciplined isn't using more willpower, they've just built systems that make discipline unnecessary. And here's the part that nobody talks about. Your routine doesn't just change what you do, it changes who you are. Every time you follow through on a commitment to yourself, you're building evidence that you're the type of person who keeps their word. Every time you do your routine, even when you don't feel like it, you're proving to yourself that you're reliable and disciplined. This identity shift is actually more important than any specific habit, because once you see yourself as a disciplined person, maintaining routines becomes natural. You stop asking, how do I force myself to do this? And start asking, what would a disciplined person do in this situation? That's when everything clicks. So if you're tired of starting and stopping routines every few weeks, remember this. The problem isn't your willpower. The problem is that nobody taught you how your brain actually works when it comes to building new habits. Once you understand the 3 phases and build systems instead of relying on motivation, consistency becomes inevitable. The question isn't whether you can build lasting routines. The question is whether you're ready to stop fighting against your brain and start working with it instead.